mrgshave here. You might notice a different angle or a different look. See what you think. Right, head shave number 21, I think it's number 21. So, basically, let's run through the software. I'm going to be using Glyce soap or glycerin soap. I'm going to be using Sandalwood, Taylor of Bond Street, Sandalwood shaving cream. I'm following that up with Humphreys, cucumber and watermelon. So, and then Marks and Spencer's, I think, yeah, Woodspice original. So Marks and Spencer's Woodspice original. So there you go. I'll tell you what it is. It's a new camera. I felt that the other camera was a little bit too close, so I ended up investing in another camera. So before I had the DJI's in my pocket, this is the Sony SV1 that's doing this video. So if you want to look that up, that's what I've got for the channel. So I keep looking, the screen is over on this side. So right, so there you go. That's the Nivea cream to finish off with. Hardware, I'm using my leaf razor and my Razorock 34mm beast. It's called the Big Red. Hell of a brush, but there you go. It feels amazing, but I think it's going to take a lot of soap. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Not feeling 100%. I've been put on some new meds, which aren't really agreeing with me, but go from there. So yeah, so that's what I'm using today. I'm going to get myself ready and I'll be right back. Right, all ready. I've got the pre-shave on. So I used the Glyce soap bar or the glycerin soap bar, just rubbed it all over my head. I've just dipped my brush. This is a giant. This is an absolute giant. Holds a lot of water. You could make a wig out of this. Right, so let's put some soap or cream, sorry. So I'm just going to get a bit like that. So I'm just trying to block out my face. I don't know whether it will pick up. But I'm going to put a bit like that and stick it right in the middle of the brush. And then I'm going to wet my head. And go straight to it. So I hope everybody's had a good week. As I say, I've been put on some new medication that I don't think is agreeing with the other stuff. It's giving me sort of, I don't know, just feel weird. It's a drug for my diabetes. And it's supposed to put me into ketoacidosis, but when you mix that with pregabalin and tramadol, which I take regularly, I think it's having adverse effects, because you know, I can feel really quite strange, not very steady on my feet, but I'm going to persevere. We'll see how it goes. See if it is this med or medication that I've been given, or whether it's just I'm coming down with something. But there we are. This is an amazing brush. It feels great. It feels absolutely great. I'm having to get used to this new camera angle because it didn't quite work the other way. The flip out screen comes out to the side on that camera, and the side it was on before, it came on right in the middle of the mirror, and I'd be sort of doing this to try and see what I was doing, so I've had to move the camera to the other side of the mirror. Right, I think that's enough for now. I didn't tell you what blades I've put in here. These are new blades to me. I think they came with a razor. I purchased that, I think it might have been a supply razor, but they're Shaveboy blades. I think they're Canadian. Not sure whether they're actually manufactured, but you know, I think they're Canadian. But there we are. They're probably all manufactured in China, like most things are nowadays. But there we go. So, oh, done it again. Got soap all over my glasses. Let's just quickly go over that. Right, here we go. First pass with the grain. So yeah, I hope everybody's had a good week. Bad news today with President Trump for my US watchers. Whether you agree with him or not, you don't wish that on anybody. At the end of the day, it's not a pleasant thing to get. So, and so, you know, I hope he recovers. As I say, whether you agree with his politics or not, makes no difference. He's still a human being. But yeah. So let me know what you've been using for your head shaves or for whatever shave you shave of the day. I've got some soap on this handle. You have to get soap off the handle of these, of the leaf razor, because otherwise it's, for me, it's almost unusable. I'm going to be very careful because these are fresh blades and I don't know them. They're working fine at the moment. But you know, I invariably catch myself behind the ear on this side. So I'm just being ultra careful as they're brand new blades. That's the thing. One thing I didn't mention in my beginner tutorial last time was you know, when you first put a blade in a razor, it might feel a bit grippy or tuggy, or it might feel, you know, a little bit aggressive, but it's the blade comes into its own on its second and third pass, and then after the third pass I nearly always throw my blades away after the third pass. That's just me. Now, in terms of the feel of the blade on this, it feels quite smooth. It seems to be doing the job very well indeed. So I was a bit unsure because I'd never heard of these blades until I got them. As I say, I'm not sure. I think, no, it wouldn't have been the supply razor. The supply razor is a single edge. I can't remember, you know, what these came with. But either way, they're not bad. They feel quite smooth, especially for a first pass, you know, first pass, first use. Yeah, quite impressed with that. So yeah, as I say, I decided to try out this camera and see what it's like. It's supposed to have a far better focusing system than the last one. It's supposed to pick up on whatever's in front of it and focus on it instantly, so you can see, and then focus straight back on me. So I'm hoping that it's working. I can't see a bloody thing without my glasses on. So yeah, as far as my camera setup is concerned, I'm using the same microphone, so the Zoom external mic, so it's completely separate from the camera, not even attached or plugged in, and I just marry the sound and the video up in post-production. Do you know, it's been quite a learning curve doing that. I use DaVinci Resolve to do all my video editing and stuff, but I'm hoping this will make it easier, because what happened with the DJI Osmo Pocket is every 15 minutes or I can't remember, was it 8 minutes? I don't know. It would split it up, and you'd have to line up different videos, and I mean, yeah, they were all numbered in order, so it wasn't that bad, but either way, it was just a bit more of a pain. Whereas this camera is supposed to record it all in one block, and that's a great advantage. The other problem I was having with the DJI was the battery was failing, so I just decided, what the hell, I'm going to go for it. It's an expensive option, yes, but I'm into my cameras, and I hadn't got one that was pretty much specifically designed, being very careful, specifically designed for vloggers, for YouTubers. I don't carry the camera around, but it makes no difference. So yeah, that was why I bought it, mainly because the battery was failing on the DJI. But I thought, if I'm either going to have to buy a new DJI Osmo Pocket, which eventually the battery's going to die again, or I get a small point and shoot camera and attach that to my mirror. And oh, I've nicked myself on the head. That's an unusual place to nick it, but I am being ultra careful with this razor today. Yeah, so getting back to that sort of distracted me, sorry about that. Getting back to the camera, yeah, I just decided to do it because it suits my needs better, and I'm going to have to replace what I didn't want to do is go to do a head shave or a face shave in the not too distant future and find the camera wasn't working anymore. So I just didn't want to take that risk. And at least this camera, you can just swap out the batteries. If the battery needs to be replaced, you just buy a new battery. Being ultra careful here, because I've obviously already cut myself there. Yeah, I'm being quiet because I'm being really careful. I do that. So yeah, I only got it yesterday, late on yesterday, and I hope this looks okay. Let me know in the comments. I've just got it on standard profile. I have set the frame rate to, I think it's 25 frames per second, so it should look okay. I didn't want to go slow-mo, although I may do that in the future and do some B-roll, as they call it. Right, let's go for the pickup pass. I've definitely christened my brush now. It's been blooded. So, I tell you what, I really like this brush. I wasn't sure whether it was going to be too much, but this feels great. Really good. Really pleased. I mean, it's massive. It really is massive. But I mean, you know, far bigger than my other brushes. But if you go back to my last, I think my last head shave video, it could have been my last face shave video. I'm not sure which one it was, but I showed all 3 brushes that I have for my head together, and that's a monster. Right, so here we go. This is where I might cut myself. So again, I'm going to be very careful. Yeah. On the second and third passes, I think I can feel the blade a little bit more on each as I go into each pass. It feels quite. They seem to be quite sharp, but we'll see how they go on with their second and third use, and then I'll definitely give a better opinion of them. Because on the first use it's very difficult to do that, because all blades are at their least comfortable when they're brand new. Just being ultra careful there. Right, I think that's it. I've got to clean off my glasses in my clean-up set. You know, when I pause for clean-up and everything, I have to clean my glasses as well. Right, so that's the head shave done. Let's just feel around. That's BBS, that feels great. So I'm going to clean up now, and I'll be right back. Right, here we go. Finishing up now. Last stage. I've cleaned up. I've cleaned my razor, cleaned my brush, done everything that I need to do. So it's just, the one thing I haven't done is clean my glasses. So let's just get some water on there. I'll dry those off later. So gonna do the cold rinse now. Going to go straight on with the Allen block. So, see, I should get that bit there where I know I've cut myself. Let's get that nice and coated in it. So, rumour has it, in terms of the C19 situation here in the UK, is that numbers are not increasing as fast as they were. So maybe some of these restrictions that we've been having have worked. I was very sceptical, shall we say, when they brought in the restrictions where they closed the bars and restaurants and pubs down at 10 o'clock at night, because I felt, well, what's the point in that? And they stopped people going to see each other in other people's houses. Again, but they allowed them to go and see them in the pubs and the restaurants. You know, I didn't see the point in that, you know, because you're still meeting up with people and you're still more than likely going to meet up with them inside. So yeah, I didn't think it was going to work, but from what the news is today in the UK, It seems the numbers are not growing as fast as they were. I think they're still growing. I think we've now gone from an R1.7 down to an R1.1 or 1.2. I don't know the exact numbers, but that's a big improvement. So we've got to get it below the 1 though. Definitely got to get it below the 1. Right, so alum's done its job. Wash it off. Now, from how dark it is outside, because normally that window would be completely blown out, but yeah, sorry about that. Obviously I hadn't charged the camera up enough, so I've had to quickly swap out the batteries. So where was I? I think I've just washed off and dried off my head. I think I was talking about R numbers and things like that. So that's pretty much that covered really. Right, let's get on with the shave. Witch hazel time now, Humphreys, cucumber and melon. So let's do that. After saying all of that about just replacing the batteries, that's exactly what I've had to do because it ran out of battery. Oh, that's nice. But I wasn't expecting it to die that quickly. I thought I'd fully charged it, but obviously not. And probably in playing with it and setting it up, I probably half killed the battery anyway. So this is a fresh charged battery in it now. So anyway, witch hazel on. Yeah, I think I was saying that with the weather, it's been like this all day. It's really dark. It's been wet and miserable all day. And I think we've got a storm, or the south coast has got a storm. So on with the Marks and Spencer's Woodspice. Nice this. Oh, I was burning that spot where I cut myself. A little nick like that's not a problem. Really isn't. Oh. So, and then I'm going back to one of my old favourites, which I haven't featured in a very long time. I used to put on shaving balm, and then I'd put on this, the Nivea Men moisturising cream. I'm just going to go straight to this now. Put this on over the top of the aftershave. And you just need a little bit of cream on there. And then straight on. Yeah, so the weather hasn't been brilliant. We certainly know autumn's coming. What fall, I think it is in America. I think you call it fall. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. Right, that's my shave done. I'm going to be very interested to see what the result of the new camera is, because if it's not that good, I can still send it back. But I think it's probably doing a really good job, apart from the battery dying. But I think that was my fault because that battery was full, but I was setting up all the features and everything, and I didn't recharge the battery. So I think that's why it died. But yeah, so that's my head shave over, and I hope to see you tomorrow. But let's see how this thing with the tablets goes, because I might not feel very well tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, it's slowly been getting, as the tablets, I'd started taking them last Saturday, and now we're coming up to the week. I think they're building up in my system, so we'll see how I go. But I'm going to do the shave tomorrow if at all possible. If I don't do it tomorrow, I've got to do it at some point, so I will be filming it. But I fully intend to do it tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from the leaf razor. I hope that's got it in focus. See you tomorrow, peeps.